the guy that's my booking agent, okay, Kevin Evans out of Australia, he's seen the Dateline NBC interview. Have you seen it?
No, sir.
I was featured on Dateline NBC, and it was about Joseph Kony and how I got tied up with him. Back then, I didn't have no money, man. I went from a wealthy guy to nothing. And so Dateline NBC comes in to do a story on Joseph Kony. So they get a hold of people in South Sudan to do their security. They said, we can't help you, but there's a preacher here, machine gun preacher we call him. He'll probably help you. Man, back in them days, I'd jump on anything I could make a buck, So I told him, I said, well, listen, I said, three.
Just for the audience, in case they don't know who Kony is, could you go into that a little bit?
Joseph Kony is the leader of the Lord Resistant Army. Excuse me, the Lord Resistant Army was out there for a number of years trying to overthrow the government of Uganda. But then what happened, President Bashir of Northern Sudan, knew about these rebels. There was a lot of other little rebels. So President Bashir comes in and he's financing these rebel groups with guns and money, whatever they need, to cause chaos. So Joseph Kony was causing a lot of chaos in South Sudan and also northern Uganda. That's where I live now, northern Uganda. I can't leave, So anyways, everything changed at that moment. Money started coming in. Dateline NBC, I'm in the bush with their film guys. Keith Ross, I think it is, done my interview, but he done it in Uganda. He didn't go into the bush. He made it look like the bush, okay? And I've been trying to get a hold of him, see if he wants to update everything. But anyways, we'll see what happens. So Dateline NBC comes into South Sudan, and the one producer says, Sam, do you mind if we do a little bit of the story on you? And I'm thinking, man, I said, I don't want nobody to know I have a gun in here. I said, I was worried. I just started preaching. I had money was coming in, and I don't want people to know I'm having a gun, getting in wars and battles, rescuing children. So he said, no, we'll keep it all down. So all of a sudden, I'm a hillbilly. You can see the area I'm living in. I'm a hillbilly from Pennsylvania. All of a sudden, this Dateline NBC thing comes out. I think it was 2004 or 2005 it comes out. They do a 1 hour special, 30 minutes on Joseph Kony and 30 minutes on the preacher hunting Joseph Kony down. And I never was hunting Joseph Kony down. I was rescuing children, So then my life flipped overnight. Literally. When this thing hit Dateline NBC, we had a small website at the time. It crashed. Phone was ringing off the hook. People, producers and stuff were coming to my house. Everything just flipped overnight. So I called a man from Cornerstone Television. I always tell people when God opens up a door, more than likely, don't ask your friend for advice. And even though I have no education, I was a drug addict, I was always good at business because I knew not to ask the people I hung with for advice. So I started thinking, who am I going to help me out here? So I called Tim Bergen from Cornerstone Television, and I said, Tim, man, my whole life just flipped upside down. He said, I know, man, I seen the interview on you. He said, it was really good, Sam. And I said, Tim, I don't know what to do. And make a long story short, Tim said, what I would do, Sam, is write a book. Write a book, and if the book's any good, Hollywood's going to want to buy the rights for the book. And he says, and at the same time, Hollywood's doing their movie, get ready to do a documentary. And then when that documentary's getting done, go ahead and write another book. And that's exactly what I did over the years. Now we're already on the second documentary, and I really want to tell people, listen, if you like action movies, okay, remember your action movies are not true. It's all made to believe. But there's a new documentary out called Never Stop. That documentary is an action, real documentary. And I'm telling you, to have you on the edge of your seat when you watch it. Really good documentary. That's the latest documentary. I'm dealing on a part 2 Hollywood movie. The new Hollywood movie would have already been out 3 years ago. You know, they usually like to do a 10-year sequence or whatever you would call it. And the only reason it hasn't, they want to pay me the same way they did on the first movie. And they haven't paid me on the first movie. They still owe me $850,000, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at now. You know, the work keeps growing every day.